Hey guys, Dancing Knight with the YouTube video against Endless Wnter from Game Battles. Alright, he leads off with the Jolteon, and I lead off with my Smirgle. I knew he'd be faster and set up sub, so I switch out right away to Hippowdon. He uses Hidden Power Ice, I think, and I just Earthquake that thing away. And he switches away, well actually uses Bait and Pass upcoming right now. So since I knew he was going to switch, I set up a curse, which alright, now he uses Bait and Pass and sends out Swampert. I use curse, and if I knew what the Swampert actually did, I would have stayed in, but oh well. Alright, I switch into Happy Feet, and he uses curse as well, so I was like, oh great, now I'm gonna have to deal with this thing. So I set up Swords Dance. I really don't know why I switched into Empoleon. But anyway, I die to Earthquake, which sucks. Anyway, alright, now I send in my Smirgle to Spore so I can put it to sleep, and now so I can set up or something on this Swampert. So I switch away to my Fat Mints, and he's asleep. Oh, never mind. He wakes up right away. Anyway, at least he used Earthquake. Alright, and I use Dragon Dance now that I have to be a Death Fodder, because now we know he's going to use Avalanche, as you see right now. And I take it, I mean, pretty good for a Salamence. Anyway, I just wanted to get as much damage as I could, so I use Dragon Claw. It doesn't do much at all. And he uses Avalanche to finish me off. Alright, now I switch into Smirgle again to put it to sleep. Hopefully it won't wake up first turn next time. But anyway, I switch out after the Spore to, I think it's Scizor. Yeah, it's Scizor. Alright, blah blah blah. Switch into Scizor, and I use this new move I put on it, X Scizor. I mean, it's very rare to see X Scizor on Scizor. Anyway, I just use X Scizor just until it KOs this Swampert. Alright, blah blah blah, after this, and I think I was thinking I'd be able to finish it off right here at this next hit, but I won't, and he ends up with a Slither of Health, and he wakes up and uses Earthquake, but since he got the attack drop from Intimidate, Earthquake didn't do much. Okay, of course that critical hit wasn't needed. He sends in Starmie, and I just stay in to be a Death Fodder as well. Alright, and as Scizor goes down, I'm like, oh great, his Swampert took down 2 of my pokes. Since he knows I'm about to use Spore, well, he switches out. And I use Spore on his Jolteon, and I switch out thinking that he'd switch back into Starmie. So I switch out to, well, he switches into Starmie, as I predicted, and I switch into my Jirachi. And I take the Surf like a beast, and I use U-turn, and it one-hit KOs that Starmie, and he dies, and I switch into my Hippowdon. Okay, he sends out Vaporeon. I'm like, oh great, so I send in Smirgle, and I was like, okay, what should I do? So I try and use, well, after all this, you'll see, I try and use, he uses Protect, which is really good, and I try and trick it, which I was like, awesome. So now if he doesn't use Protect, he'll be forced to use Protect. But guess what? He sets up Protect for a second time in a Dive Sandstorm, which was really bad on my part. I mean, it would have made the battle much easier for me. Anyway, as Smirgle goes down, I'm like, oh great, I'm gonna die. So I use Zen Headbutt on Liberty, and I'm just like, oh great, good game, whatever. And guess what I get? A crit and a flinch. This was the turning point of the match right there. To be honest, I did not even think I was gonna even hit Vaporeon. I thought I would have missed with my luck. Anyway, I use Zen Headbutt, but I miss anyway, because I can't escape Magnezone. And he uses Thunderbolt to finish me off. I'm like, oh gosh, awesome. This is my last poke right here, and it's Hippowdon. He uses Hidden Power, Ice, and I use Earthquake just to finish off his Magnezone. And I'm like, oh man, I could actually win this. Okay, now he sends in his Jolteon, that's who. And since he's asleep, I slack off to gain my health, and I'm like, I can actually win this thing. Okay, after the sandstorm and leftovers, I set up a curse so I can get a little bit more bulkier, depending on what his last Pokemon is. I'm like, oh man, I could win this. I can win this after being swept a bit by Swampert and Jirachi's flinch hacks and crit. Thanks to Serene Grace, I could actually win this. Anyway, I Earthquake Jolteon, and it goes down. And now he sends in Dragonite. I'm like, awesome, awesome, awesome. He uses Dragon Dance. I use Stone Edge. It hits. This Dragonite's really bulky to survive a cursed Hippowdon's Stone Edge. Anyway, he uses Outrage. I was like, unless he gets a crit, he won't win. And I use Stone Edge to finish him off. Good game, Endless Wnter. A great match. One of the best matches I've had. Alright. Comment, rate, and subscribe.